Hello dear friends, welcome to this new video. It's a group flight, helicopter group flight over the Great Lakes, organised by Dan Lance. Now, the idea would be of course to live stream this, but I'm having a few upload speed issues. As you can see, lots of helicopters there, a few Chinooks. I'm not flying the Chinook, rather not Chinooks. I'm not flying the Chinook myself. I'm just flying the Bell, just so that people can see me properly. But yeah, Great Lakes group flights. I've got the Discord muted at the moment, but I shall bring them in, and we shall get on with the flight. So let's just get into group flight. They may be chatting.
Buddhist.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting to see who else did.
Right. Guys, I'm recording the flight, so we are being recorded at the moment, and this will be a video, just beware. But I don't know, it's what time do people make it? I'm making it around 6:30.
Yep.
Yep.
7:30 here. Close enough.
Yeah, I think we can just introduce ourselves as we go along. We should be fine.
Good idea. Okay, so Dan, over to you, my friend. You're the instigator of this flight. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Instigator. Okay, yeah. So I think it was Tunes' fault that this flight came about. I mentioned about big beautiful place to fly the Lake District, and he said, "Oh well, why don't we put a flight together?" And I said, "Well, it's a bit too small to do an aircraft because you go too quickly, you can't really appreciate it." So it ended up being a helicopter flight, and it sort of turned into this. So that's where it's come from. So in terms of the route, for a lot of the flight, you're best not following the pink line and just you're aiming roughly, following the ground features along to the next waypoint. And there are some instructions in the flight plan for where you need to go round a hill, round a mountain, or something like that, rather than taking a straight line in every case. The reason why it's a bunch of sort of fairly imprecise lines is just to make it a bit easier for people on the Xbox to enter it in manually, because there's no waypoints in the Lake District at all. But yeah, if we want to take off and fly, we'll be flying towards Keswick to start with, and the first waypoint, which is marked as bridge on the in the flight plan, is
a bridge.
A bridge under the A66. It is a bridge. It's a bridge under the carriageway. It is. There's quite a lot of height there, but you've got Keswick immediately the other side of it with houses, and it's a very, very poor approach because it's on a tight, bendy river, so it is actually quite hard to get through at 100+ knots.
That's good to know. I'm taking bets Tango's going to go invert.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have bluffed it already.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's probably easier in a Mini 500 than it is in the Chinook, but anyway.
Well, that's a challenge then, Tango.
Yep. Sounds like one.
I've got to say, I'm hovering above. I'm hovering above a few Chinooks, and it looks fantastic. I've got to say, it looks great.
That's so cool, eh?
I look forward to seeing the recording, because they're just A320s for me.
Yeah. Buy one.
Right.
You won't regret it.
Okay.
Everybody follow along.
Follow down.
Up to you, Dan.
Try and get this thing up to speed.
That's the sim update 15 if we ever get it. The twin rotor system would be more perfect, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting for the Chinook as well.
Yeah, May the 7th, apparently, Tango.
Yeah. Yep.
At the moment.
At the
At
moment.
the moment, yeah.
From what I hear, that this is planned to be the last sim update for 2020.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah. Can't be bothered anymore. This is it.
Well, no, I think it's in terms of new functionality. I'm sure they will do bug fixes and stuff like that. But I think in terms of new functionality, yeah, that will be going into 2024 rather than into 2020. I think that's the thing, which makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
I just hope they get it over with and get the thing out. September, eh?
I think they're going to fix London day one for 2024. Personally.
Oh, are they? Oh, fantastic. Good.
No time now.
Needs it.
Well, that's
Alright.
my guesstimate.
Or Amsterdam, that's a disaster too.
Yeah, I mean, some of the earlier cities that they did really need a rework, don't they? London, Amsterdam in particular. But,
So,
Absolutely.
chappies, who do we have flying with us tonight? Now we're up and flying. Do you want to introduce yourselves? Maybe top to bottom. Susie, do you want to reel people off? If you can. Sorry, I'm making you multitask. I won't do that to you. I'll do it. So, top to bottom, Neil.
Yeah, good evening. Usual Neil from Kent in the UK. Just taking that Chinook for probably the 5th or 6th time, so this will be interesting.
I'm going to read out names I can see in front of me. It's probably easier rather than going backwards and forwards. I'm giving myself a death wish. Alan, UK. Alan Cook.
Okay, Alan Cook, same County Durham. Helicopters going all over the place.
Like most of them.
Yeah. I
Danny.
couldn't find the button for the mic.
Big Cloud Pro,
Hello,
Danny.
This is Danny from, this is Danny, Colorado, from the U.S. Just thought I'd join you guys and probably do a little bouncing around along the way.
Kadoogie.
Big R, Hugh.
Hi, I'm Hugh from South Lanarkshire in Scotland. My name is Big R. Join the group again.
You're always welcome. Blue
just
Boy.
before, James,
Go on, Dan.
James, do you want to just get ahead from this bridge to watch everyone capture everyone's amazing attempts?
Now you're pushing me. I'm really multitasking. I'll try, but this could be disaster with me and helicopters. I'll give it a try. I'm trimming as quick as I can while increasing my collective. See, I'm learning the terminology. I just don't know what I'm doing. It's fine.
Make small movements.
How are you finding that with the flight stick, Tango?
This river.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Go on, Dan.
So I'm coming up
Only way to fly choppers.
over the river, which eventually turns into which goes under the bridge. If you see, there's a hill which is slightly taller than the surroundings, just to the right of where the river goes ahead. Then the bridge is sort of just at the end of that hill, but it is a very awkward approach.
So.
Luckily we can go slow.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we'll catch up with names in a moment. I'm just concentrating on the sim for the moment.
Just keeping an eye on Dan so I know where I'm going.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, you could all watch me crash disastrously. I have done it successfully a few times. I've done it unsuccessfully more times probably than I have successfully. But
50-50 chance then, Dan.
absolutely. The river sort of bends round to the left, and then it sort of comes round to the right, and then like there's a hairpin turn back round to the left, and there's a bridge over it. So.
Sure, it's a river, not a racetrack.
Well.
Oh, I see the bridge. I've got the bridge.
Yeah.
That's more like a racetrack.
It is, but the problem is, yeah, you come you're coming in at like 100 knots, 90 knots doesn't feel very quick, but then you suddenly realise that you have a completely the wrong angle, and then you've got bridges, and
oh, Dan's gone under it. Just got you, Dan. Perfect.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just get rid of my trim and
got Soapy. Go on, David.
all right.
Very nice. Oh, my helicopter's spinning. Just a second. And oh, it looks like most people are making it either flying under or over. I don't blame you.
But the A320 seems to be going through. It's like, it's class.
Oh, that's a great sight I've got there. Oh yeah, looks like most people are making it. Just call Alan going through and Blue Boy, you made it, I think. There comes Steve, Chumsy. Oh, well done. Wolford, you went over. Tango, got you in sight.
Here we go. Yeah.
That's in a Chinook.
Oh, that's barely high enough.
Oh, very nice. Susie,
Yeah, it's a
well done.
decent amount of clearance.
Here comes Tony.
Just had to go slow enough.
That's the thing, yeah.
Very nice, Tony. Very professional.
Thank you very much.
And Angel. Yeah, looks like most people are doing it, Dan. You need a bigger challenge there. Go on, Danny.
Smaller braids.
Smaller braids, yeah.
Danny. Oh. Danny, you did yourself proud, mate.
No, that's good.
Oh, I caught all that. That was
Oh,
brilliant.
not today. Not today. I was so close, so close.
I thought you made it about it just that last bit, but yeah. Okay, so this is the scenic town of Keswick in the Lake District. And you've then got one of the lakes just in front of us, which is what's it called? Derwent Water. So this is Derwent Water directly in front of us here. So if we head over Derwent Water, if you see the hillside sort of directly in front of us on the other side of the lake, there's a valley, and then to the left of that, I've done quad biking up there. There's a company. It's an old manor house or something. It's got grounds that owns quite a bit of a mountain, and
nice.
they basically use it for quad biking. It's just a lot of fun. It's quite fun, coming down from that little hill on the left hand side. You can kind of see a little bit of a road on it, and coming down that on a quad bike. Definitely worth doing if you're there.
It's going straight down.
You can windsurf on the lake as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Lake. Yep.
There's quite a few.
I'd rather go fishing, I reckon.
Not always. I don't know. Fishing and windsurfing together work very well. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, but,
It's okay if you catch a flying fish, isn't it?
yeah, well, that's true.
Stunning scenery.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? So yeah, we're heading sort of northish towards the next waypoint over Bassenthwaite Lake.
Northish, okay.
So.
Oh, got you. Blue Boy, we got to you, my friend. Would you like to say hello?
Blue Boy here from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Have a good flight.
And Bruns.
Hey guys, Brent here. How you doing?
All good, Brent.
Defense. I guess that's defense. So we will come back. Dan, yourself, my friend. I think you've introduced yourself, but you can say hello again.
Yeah, I'm Dan. I'm from Yorkshire, and yeah, that's about it, really.
And Gaffer.
Yeah, Billy from Corby, Northamptonshire.
Now, Steve, I see you in the flight, but you're not in the chats, my friend. But Steve's there as well. Chumsy.
He seems to be having Discord problems. He's been popping in and out quite a bit.
Ah, okay. Gaffer, sorry, did I say you already? I've lost track there now.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Sorry, my helicopter's spinning a little bit. Just gonna watch that for that. Carol, how you doing? Hobstang.
Good. I'm Carol from Kansas City area, and glad to be back with you.
Yeah,
Great to have you back.
Good to have you back.
Carol.
Just a second. I better just concentrate just a moment. I'll come back in just a second, guys. If somebody wants to take over there, who've got a stable helicopter, I would appreciate it.
Yep, 2 seconds. I'll just switch my Discord on.
Can you hear us, Tuesday?
Pinja 1.
Tunesy, spin 2 times if you hear us.
Yes, hi.
Yeah. Is it Ninja and Nico? But I think it's next, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Ninja. It's Chris. I'm from Manchester, England.
Hello. Yep, and you've got Nico. Oh,
Sorry,
maybe not.
guys. Yes,
And
sorry,
then-
guys. Sorry, guys. Nico from Chesterfield, England.
Hello. And then we've got Soapy.
Hello, it's David from Portsmouth. I learned to fly in this area actually up at Kirkbride Airfield, which is about 15 miles north of us as you go up at Bathurst.
Oh,
And one of the
wow.
instructors there, interestingly, was His Worship the Mayor of Keswick.
Oh.
He was one of the 2 instructors in the school.
Well, he wasn't the mayor before, at that time, I expect, or was he, David?
Yes, he was. He was the mayor then at that time. Yeah, he was a busy boy.
Wow.
When you get up to the top of Bassenthwaite, am I getting ahead of everyone? I can't actually see.
No, I'm
anyone,
just behind you, Dan. Sorry.
So
Yeah, you're not far.
Hang a left and keep the sort of mountains on your left-hand side, and sort of head. Yeah, there's a road that sort of cuts off at the top side of the lake. If you sort of follow that to start with, and then just follow around just keeping to the right-hand side of the hillside on the left.
Okay. What controllers are people using tonight, by the way? I want to say this. I'm using my Virpal. It's lovely. I've got it on either side of me. It's fantastic.
I'm just with the Thrustmaster, Altus 1.
Yeah. Velocity 1 flight stick and rudders.
Nice.
Thrustmaster.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Gladiator.
C-Tech X52.
Basic Xbox controller.
What? Wow. Are you flying a helicopter with that?
Yeah.
You can.
Nice.
It's not easy, but you can.
I've got a Wing Orion 2 with an F16 stick and a DIY 3D printed collective.
Oh, well, you win. You win, Sony.
Very nice.
Velocity 1 flight stick, but the collective's not very good on the V1 flight stick.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Yeah, I use a Cytec throttle.
I'm using the Velocity 1 flight stick as a stick, and then using the Velocity 1 vernier controls for the collective.
Smart going, yeah.
So I've got the left stick, right collective, which is a little bit strange, but I can get better control than I can just using the throttle on the stick itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've got the Thrustmaster.
The intervals are too big.
The Thrustmaster, what do they call it? Airbus. The joystick.
Oh,
The HOTAS.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hotas
using
1.
as well. Holtas 1.
Yep.
Yep, I'm back to my roots. Got my Lotus back out of the cupboard again.
Alright. Yeah, wow. It's not bad at all.
So as we come round here, but there's valley going down towards the next lake. So you sort of hang a left at this waypoint and follow the river down. Don't head directly towards the next waypoint. We want to fly over the lake, and then fly and land at the next waypoint. Does that make sense?
Following you.
I'm trying to look at a map and control my aircraft at the same time, which is not working very well. There we go.
So, James, have you been gifted this stick, or is it a loan?
Not the purple. They gave it to me. It's mine.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
They said they'll see how it goes, but they may give me more stuff. Like I want to get the helicopter collective control for it. Looks fantastic.
Mine, my precious.
You'll have to tell them there's a lot of interest amongst your community in that collective control.
Yeah.
Helicopters.
Yeah.
You can get a dead stick for it. It just looks amazing, you know, for the collective. And is it the collective? Would it be the collective? The dead stick? I don't know.
The dead
Cyclic.
stick.
Yeah.
The cyclic, you mean?
Cyclic. Yeah.
The cyclic,
Possibly
yeah.
that one. I'm not very old favourite with helicopters.
The cyclic to think about is the one that goes round and round.
Ah, okay.
The stick.
The collective goes up and
The
down.
Cyclic
Okay.
stick.
I'm a helicopter newbie, I'm afraid.
The cyclic's the steering stick.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I was watching a video on it, and even a guy who flies them, you know, used to fly them in the Gulf, was saying it's so realistic.
Oh yeah.
Good frame rates here as well, which is another advantage.
It is, it's very good, yeah.
It always is on Xbox.
Flying today the default bell for the first time, really, to be honest, and it's really frame rate friendly. Quite nice.
Yeah.
It's not very airmanship friendly though.
But they improved it, I must say. From the first try, this was really hard to control, but now much more feeling.
They've updated it, have they?
I think so. Yeah.
They updated it sort of not too long after it came out, probably a couple of 3 months after it came out, because it had a horrible kind of lean to one side. It was very hard to trim it out.
Yes, and it also, if you put the nose down, the crosstalk to pitch, to roll was enormous. You know, you push forward and it try and come around 90 degrees to the left, just about. It's ridiculous.
So where I am now, I'm just coming over the head of Crummock Water, which is one of the lakes, and you'll see we've got a sort of tallish hill to the left of the lake where the waypoint is. So once you're over the lake, sort of hang a left and climb up and land on the top somewhere where you're looking down over the lakes.
These hills are absolutely vicious when they've got a wind blowing over the top of them.
Yes.
Yes.
You get tremendous turbulence and behind them, and as it said on the Discord, they use this area for the mountain flying courses.
Oh.
You know, to get people to be wary.
Yeah. Catch the updraft and stay away from the downdrafts.
Yeah. That instructor that I told you about, the one that was the mayor, he took me on just after I got my, I went solo, and we did a flight across to, oh God, what was the name of the big airfield north of Keswick, not Penrith. Anyway, but we went across there, and there was the wind blowing over the Pennines, and he said that was the worst turbulence he'd ever experienced. And I'll tell you what, I think I bit through my bottom lip.
Yeah. Rocking the boat.
Because, well, they're very, very small aircraft, and they get thrown around quite a lot.
Yeah.
And that rotor's not very strong.
Are you landing there, Dan? Have you landed?
Seat belts, eh?
Yeah.
Dan,
yeah, we're landing on the at the top of the hill.
Okay.
I'm just getting lined up. And rather an issue, I left it a little bit late to start climbing. It's quite a steep climb up. So, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay, that looked flatter than I thought.
Yeah, I think that should have definitely put your brakes on when you land, because it's not as flat as it looks.
I'm going to land on top of a Chinook. That's right.
Have you got brakes?
It's got wheels, so it's got an anchor.
Oh, you've got wheels, of course, yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm on skids.
Yeah, the Chinook can taxi, can't it? It's very impressive.
Yeah. Or do we?
So can the ones with skids, James. They air taxi.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you when you're taking off, you sort of just lift off the ground and travel along the ground about 30 knots along the runway or along the apron.
Oh, yes.
Or taxiway.
Be careful, David. I'm going to ask you for a song if you keep it up. Do you know any chopper songs? Any songs from this part of the world?
None that you can stream.
It's interesting in the swim trying to land a small helicopter.
What do you think of my approach, cheap people? Can you see me coming down? Very smooth. Oops. Have we got any helicopter newbies in flying tonight? That's always fun.
I've been flying it about a month, maybe.
Oh, well done.
Who's Big Cloud Pro's doing pirouettes on his skid very very skillfully?
There we. Under control. Under control.
Very skillful. Very skillful.
No. At the charge running most of
I'm looking at the little nav map here, and it's a very dodgy line that I'm flying. It's all over the sky.
Yeah, so from here the lake that we flew over was Cubbock Water, and then you've got Buttermere, more to further down the valley from that, which will, after we've I don't know how much of a break we want here, but after we've had a chance for everyone to land and whatnot, then we take off and fly back down to the lake and then turn left, and it's following the valley, across Buttermere, which is a wet slope, and then following the valley that falls off a little bit to the left, and just follow it round to the next waypoint. So don't try and take a straight line, because that'll just take you through the mountain. And when we get to the next waypoint, it's probably about a 120-degree turn, and then back up the valley towards the highest mountain in the Lake District, the highest mountain in England, in fact, which is Scarfell Pike, where we'll be doing a landing on the top of there.
Oh, lovely.
So this is Grassmore, where we're landing at the moment. 2,795 feet. When you compare it to sort of American mountains or Himalayan mountains, it's not really. Well, this isn't even a mountain; it's a hill.
Yeah.
But it's the highest. It's the highest one on this side of the lakes. At Scarfell Pike.
Could do with a bit of grass, actually.
Yeah.
It's looking a bit brown, isn't it?
It is looking a bit brown. I don't know if it looks any different with the UK scenery part, the UK or mesh rather.
No, it still looks brown.
Still looks brown, yeah.
So apologies
Just
to
on the
people.
Lake District, the hills aren't that big, but don't underestimate them, because they are still killers in winter if you're out walking.
Oh, yeah. Apologies to people at home. When I go external, you're going to hear a lot of noise. I'm trying to stay internal, but we've got a lovely view, external view here. All those choppers. Okay, Dan. I think everybody's down, are we?
Yep.
Okay. Get back into the.
Tell you what though, this Chinook done have chuck up some dust.
On the Xbox, they all look like they were in a rugby scrum.
So we could do a lemming drop here as well.
Yeah. And then, well, maybe the Chinook, that'd be interesting.
What speed are we looking at, Dan?
Well, I mean, I'm going down a hill, so I'm doing 130 at the moment, but once I flatten out, it'll be about 100 from one, depending on how it's trimmed out.
I've got to say, it makes a big difference using controls either side of you. So I've got the throttle on one side and the stick on the other.
Yeah.
It feels wonderful.
Yeah, my throttle's always been on the left, which is kind of odd, but that's where my husband put it when he set it up. So, got a throttle on the left and the stick on the right.
Oh, that's the way I would have it.
That's the ideal for choppers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing, so I like it. You get used to it soon.
Yeah, I've always used a yoke until about a month ago. I bought this inexpensive flight stick, and it works out great.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never used to yoke before.
My problem is my neural cache. When I've changed between controllers, it's fine, I'm flying for a few days, and then I go back to the other controller, and I say, hang on a minute, where were they all again? I've got to relearn it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's a bit tedious.
Come on, give us a sing-song, David. We're all waiting for it.
If
you don't mind, sir.
At the left, they follow the road up. It's Huddison pass, and it's lovely in the right weather conditions. For driving. It's just beautiful area of countryside. It's not very wide. And it is a bus route, so it can be interesting.
Is that this road we're following now, Daniel?
That's right. Yeah, the Huddison pass.
Oh
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it cuts back over towards Derwent Water eventually, but we won't be going all the way over to there.
The Huddison Pass.
You shall not pass.
Forza. You do that
really
in Forza.
beautiful.
Oh, can you?
I didn't realize there were so many mountains, hills, whatever in England. I thought it was pretty flat.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be
We don't have any massive mountains, not.
No.
They're all quite small, but we are quite a small island, so we're only a few miles from the sea here. So
Nice getting down into some of these valleys, following the roads. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
They layer on top of one another.
Yeah. So this is hottest flight mine, the building in the at the top of the valley.
Left the car there for a few nights, many a time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, road to drive.
Yes.
The best one will be flying up. I don't think it's represented maybe quite as well in the sim, but the one that I always like to drive when I'm in the Lake District. It's Hard Knot Rhinos Pass. So, but we'll get to that in a little bit. This is looking fantastic today. The lighting's just perfect, isn't it?
It is.
Lovely.
Yeah, lifetime is perfect, actually.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hard Knot always smells of breaking clutch when you go over it.
I'm slowing down. I don't have my map up, and I'm ahead again. So,
It's funny you should say that, but I'm smelling my clutch burning at the moment.
Let's get this right.
I drove up Hardknott Pass many years ago. There was an inch of rain running down it, and there was a guy in front on a large motorbike, and he fell off in front of me. So I stopped. There's a few of us stopped and helped him get his. It was one of those, it was a big bike. Get the bike upright again and sort of push him and get him moving. It's that steep, and. When I got into the car, there was so much rain, I just wouldn't. I had to reverse with about 5 other cars behind me to get to a semi-decent incline to be able to get a run up to start driving again. It was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 in 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you kind of hang a right, and it's kind of back on yourself up. I can't remember which valley, but I'm going up here. I'm too far to the left, aren't I? Yeah. Follow CP, looks like he's going the right way.
That's unusual.
Hardknot's 3 down. It's the steepest in England, I think.
What's that, sorry?
Hardknot's 1 in 3. I think it's the steepest in England.
Yeah. Yeah, it says not suitable for large vehicles. So the thing with Hardknott, especially in summer, is that cyclists think that they own it, and if you dare to drive on it, when they're trying to go up, or particularly coming down the hill, they expect you to reverse down a single track road.
What?
1 in 3 road for quarter of a mile, and if you don't, they'll shout and swear at you. In my experience, maybe not all that bad, but I've had an unpleasant experience on there where there was just no way. I slowed down as soon as the cyclist was visible, and he comes up to me and he starts shouting and swearing because he can't get past because it's a single track road. I'm like, well, what do you expect to do?
Get off and push.
Yeah.
Walk.
If it was a cat, you wait at a passing space, but he didn't wait at the passing point.
Sounds a bit like London, Dan.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think cyclists in London have got a lot more to be, wary of, to be honest. It's a lot more, you take your life in your hands. You're more likely to kill yourself on Hardknott rhinos by going too quickly and running out of ability. You're more likely to get killed in London because some idiot in a car is unaware that you're there. Which,
Unfortunately, Dan, I think car drivers might have a different view, but we won't go with it.
I mean, I'm more of a driver, probably driven about 1,000 times more than I've cycled, but I think whoever's using the road needs to take consideration to other road users and think, what's going to happen when you if you hit a cyclist, it might, I don't
mind.
It might be to the metal and live with, but you're not unlikely to, you're unlikely to have life-changing injuries. Whereas, so it's just, I think it's worth. Some people get upset about it, but it's kind of like.
Yeah, in many places in Holland, Tango, cyclists, it's more prevalent, isn't it? More popular over in Holland.
Oh yeah, everybody owns a bike here, push bike here.
I'm a cyclist. I enjoy cycling as well.
I mean, it's flat, so yeah, and it's cheap way to travel.
Yeah.
And you have proper bike roads and bike lanes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I used to go along the cycle path quite a bit, along wherever, up here in Scotland when I was out. Well, I still do, but.
Nice. Have you landed again there, Dan? You seem to have...
No, I'm just very slow going up hills in this aircraft. It's quite quick going down hills, but
I'm smack on the top of Scafell Pike now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, are we landing there? Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I've not flown the routes. I'm well prepared for this one.
I had feedback, James, to say you may be landing on more peaks. So,
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yes. Yeah.
That was a week or two ago. That's it.
On retriever, Neil is doing a nice sideways shimmy. Just got down.
He's got to, that Chinook. Let's face it.
He prefers going sideways.
That's why I avoided it, Neil.
It's not just me then, Neil.
Oh. Yeah. Hugh's looking at it. He's looking at it. Oh. A lovely sight here.
Yeah, definitely.
Got a somewhere landing.
Who's coming in?
Must take
Put
a
the brakes on you.
249, I'll take Battenby's wins with this helicopter.
Hugh's getting cover. He's got his back wheels off. Went up the hill.
So, Scarfell Pike, where we are here, this is the highest point in England.
Not very
which
impressive,
is a lot lower than the highest point in Scotland.
Yeah.
Because everything's bigger in Scotland, isn't it, Susie?
Yep.
Yeah, a wee bit.
Do be careful there, Dan.
20,
Bigger and better.
bigger, you know? Yeah, this is about 3/4 of the height of the Ben Nevis. So, 3,209 feet. So not particularly high as far as mountains go, but just gets in there with a mountain tag by about 200 foot. So. Right. Does anyone want to have a break here or anything, or are we gonna?
It's a bit early for a break, I think, but it's up to you people.
No, we can crack on.
Crack on. Okay.
Go to the next stop. Hey?
Don't crack off.
What a sight, that's beautiful with those Chinooks there. Wonderful. Now, would you say Chinook or Chinook? I've noticed people are saying Chinook there, but would you?
Chinook.
Chinook.
Yeah, Chinook. Yeah.
It's Chinook, isn't it? Not.
Yeah, Chinook, like Shin. Yeah. I believe.
Wagga wagga.
Chinook.
Steady.
That's what we called them in the RAF.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, waka waka, we call them.
Yeah.
Waka waka.
So like
Waka waka.
So, you can see another one of the lakes to the west of here is Wastwater. One of the bigger ones.
Wastwater. Was.
What's that?
I think it's the deepest lake as well in the Lake District.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. I mean, I just did drone view looking around it, and it just looks spectacular.
It's a shame for all the trees, though. There's no trees up here at all in the real world.
No. It's the same, really. Hopefully, it's something on FS2020, like the prevalence of trees.
Yeah.
It picks up the dark bits near the top of the mountains, and it thinks, oh, there must be trees, and it whacks trees onto it. So, and yeah, I don't think the top of the mountain here looks quite like this in reality. Don't think you have much fun landing a bunch of A320s on it like we have done here.
No, it's full of great big boulders.
Yeah.
Struggling to land anything on it.
Right. If we're ready, we can carry on. So we're dropping down into the valley to our east, and then following the river down via the river-esque waypoint, and then to Hard Knot Fort, where we're doing a hard left, and then flying low up the pass, the Hard Knot Pass, towards the next, towards Lake Windermere. After that.
Sounds great.
Really?
Are you okay down there, Susie? You seem to be in a different place.
Yeah, well, I'm lost all the names, so I'm sort of just having to fly blind
no.
and just enjoy the scenery. Yeah.
Goodness me. Woo! Not up there. There may be downdrafts around.
Yeah, I've been catching a few here now.
Yeah.
So there you go, last sim update till 2024. It's coming, people. We should get news very soon.
Last sim update of 2024.
Until, well, basically yeah, off 2024 until Flight Sim 2024 releases, I believe.
I think there will be one sim update 16, they said.
Yeah, but 2024
next
should be
year
out.
in 2025.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2020 is just going to get tossed the scraps from now on.
So yeah, you can see the fort, but it's two-dimensional, at least for me. Hard not.
What waypoint are you at, Dan? And I'll head in that direction and catch you up.
Alright.
From what I recall, there isn't much other than the footings left in it anyway.
No, it's basically just the foundations, isn't it? So
it's probably well modelled then.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah.
Let's put it this way, it's better than London.
It looks less of a sort of urban catastrophe, shall we say?
Well, anything's better than London, other than downtown Baghdad.
Are we, just to be clear, are we talking in the sim or just in reality?
Well, we take it right, really.
It's the same, right?
Well, at least in the sim you don't get smog.
Don't say that too loud.
High gas prices.
Why have you shot off to the left, you lot?
Because we're flying.
Oh, I see. You're cutting off the corner.
I might have cut off the corner too much there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do apologise.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
We should all turn around and go back and have a great one.
I just realised there's nobody else in front of me.
Yeah, so behind me now is Hard Knot Pass, and then the next pass going over is going over to Rhinos. It's Rhinos Pass, but you generally do the two together. At the foot of Hard Knot, there's a sort of pub restaurant which serves excellent food, caters for cyclists.
Yeah.
And has got barmaids with an attitude from hell.
Oh,
in
really?
my experience.
Oh, dear.
Or maybe I just got there at the wrong time, but you know, the customer service there was terrible. So
it's lovely. Wow. They treat you mean and keep you keen.
It's basically it, yeah. They get a lot of bikers and motorcyclists, so they probably have to be quite firm.
Some of them in bits.
Well, yeah. that saves on costs for the the port.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a motorcyclist, and I'm not a mean person.
No.
What do you mean? You only pay for 2 wheels.
Well, maybe I do.
That
makes me happier.
That's pretty mean, though.
So yeah,
motorcyclists are extremely happy people.
Yeah.
I don't pay anything.
No, I used to motorcycle myself. I gave it up when I felt that every time you looked at the cars coming out from the side, they were playing chicken with you.
Well, yeah, that's something that happens every day when you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's like you don't exist, and
much better when you're in a car.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the same, but I think in some respects it's worse on a bike, because if you're coming down a hill at 39 mile an hour on a bike, a lot of car drivers say, "Oh, it's a bike, follow me doing 10 mile an hour." They'll pull out in front of you and wonder why you're sort of embedded in the back of their car.
Yeah, or doing a Superman over the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a hang of this helicopter lark.
So yeah, just follow the sort of river, it comes down and then round to the right towards Windermere. Maybe we can do a bit of a hover.
When you say that, Jane, that's when it goes wrong.
So chaps, we didn't introduce everybody. We missed a few people. If you just want to say hi, you can do. If not, don't worry.
Hi, Theo from the Netherlands.
Hello, Tony from the UK.
Billy from Corby.
Ah, that's a new voice, isn't it?
Alex from Germany came a little late today.
Alex, are you
Wingman.
also... Oh, sorry, carry on.
Wingman from the United States, Missouri.
Hello, Wingman.
Hello, sir.
And I'm Loud Whisper. I'm another Chris from Manchester.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Chris from Manchester.
North of England's quite well represented here, isn't it?
Yeah. It's my original home.
So Dan, is this your cricket pitch we're landing on next?
That will be the next landing, but yeah, we're just going to go by Lake Windermere. So Lake Windermere, as this is a tour of England's Great Lakes. So this is England's greatest lake, Lake Windermere. I think it's about 12, 13 mile long, something like that. 15, can't remember.
That's just a pond, isn't it, US guys? Just a little pond.
Yeah. So we have Great Lakes too, just
not so great.
Not really not quite as great.
I used to canoe on Lake Windermere. It's fantastic in the Scouts.
Yeah, there's
in the Cubs.
There's quite a few sort of water activities that you can do there. It's supposedly the most popular part of the Lake District, but it's also the most touristy part. So it depends really what you're after.
And that makes it the most expensive.
Yeah.
It's full of sewerage now, unfortunately.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
Even better.
I used to swim there 30 years ago. Yeah, it's full of sewerage.
Yeah, it never used to be touristy, did it? Back in the 70s, 80s, it used to be quite a quiet little place.
Yep.
Every time I've gone to the Lake District, it's rained.
That is normal.
I know.
So when you get that rare sunny day, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, and that's when all the roads get jammed up because everybody comes out.
And then you get eaten to death by midges.
If you're already there, if it's been rainy and the sun comes out and you're already there, that's you get like a couple of hours before everyone arrives. That's probably the best bit. Everyone's taking a shortcut there.
Yeah. If anybody's following me, don't. I'm flying around purposely in circles on purpose, just capturing people. And if you're all flying around in circles, I can't capture you.
The one good thing is, if you're from Manchester, or the area that I'm from, there's a nice country drive that leads you all the way to the Lake District and doesn't hit any motorways.
Oh.
Takes you all through Keswick and that area.
Yeah.
That looks wonderful. Even the water looks great here.
So this little lake here is near the waypoint is Grasmere, and the town where we're landing is also Grasmere. It's quite common on some of the lakes. The big towns with them are named the same as the lake.
So chaps, have you heard the 5090 is coming out? Probably June. Way too early. CPUs are bottlenecked at the moment. Not a good idea, I don't think.
Sorry, can you repeat that, James?
Yeah, the 5090 is coming out in June, apparently. I was just watching a couple of videos before on it. So the whatever it will be called, probably RTX 5090.
Let's see, 5 minutes since the 4080, 4090 came out, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it seemed like the cashing in. I wouldn't expect it to be much more powerful than the 4090, but who knows?
I think it's going to be, but they're trying to cash in on the AI side, aren't they? Because it's using the same die as one of their AI orientated cards.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that.
So is it actually going to be any good for actually rendering video, or is it going to be just good for farming Bitcoin?
I'm sure it'll be very good. It'll be out, I mean, I'm running a 4090, but I will be upgrading to a 5090. Not anytime soon.
I thought they keep the 2-year cycle. This would make 2025, right?
Well, it's almost 2 years, I think.
You know, Google it. It's apparently heading our way in June, from the looks of things. This year, certainly.
Yeah, I'm much the same. I'm fortunate to have a 4090 now. I won't be upgrading anytime soon. It's quite a big investment.
I'm trying to get into the 40 series. Anybody had a 4070 Ti, by the way? I'm looking that up at the moment. There's good deals on the 4070 Ti.
There's Jonesy got one of those.
Oh, was he?
Something round there, I think.
Okay.
Dave, what are you up to? Upgrade to, David?
So where Retriever Neil is the correct spot for landing, for anyone who's wondering.
I think it's actually a school sports field, looking at it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, I think so.
I've just scattered about 100 kids all over the place.
Yeah.
Guts
I mean, you're in it.
The downwash distributed them across the road.
Your wings on your A320 are out either side of the field, your tail is over the road, and your nose is just on the other end. It's there. Yeah, school playing field is probably what it is, isn't it?
Well, I can see probably 100-metre race sprint track and what looks like just a 400-metre circuit.
400-metre ring, yeah, circuit,
yeah. Quick break, do you think, Dan, for people?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have to see eating lasagna and cheesecake in VR, so I'm dreading to think what I look like state-wise. The wife chopped up the lasagna as well as she could to me.
Bite-sized pieces.
Found us. There is a tornado just passing by.
Yeah, I did see him go over.
The idea was if we could all get onto this sports field, but I think
I've just taken all the space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's challenge accepted. I'm going to move.
Good evening.
Good evening. Are we in the wrong place, Dan?
Good night.
Yes, most people are in the wrong place.
Okay.
Even Neil and I are in the correct place, but everyone else is in the wrong place.
Coming over. Good evening, whoever said good evening. Thanks for joining. And welcome to the chaos.
Yeah, sorry I was late. I'm joining with a fighter jet to keep up because I saw there might be a longer distance to fly. So landing here was quite a challenge.
No, I think the whole course is only 80 or 68 miles, is it? I can't read that without my glasses. Yeah. About 70 miles, so.
Okay, making some space.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge landing, it's space-wise.
Let me take off and move over.
Ah, cheers, Neil. You and your big Chinook.
Back up.
Oh, that's a perfect space, thanks. I'll take that one.
There you go.
Nope, somebody else is coming in.
It's just like parking in Sainsbury's, isn't it? Someone's empty parking space.
Yeah. Every time I go to Sainsbury's, someone's dumped their Chinook in the parking space and it stinks out. It's really hard parking next to it.
There's three of us trying to get in there at the moment. So.
This is great.
I will share some screenshots of what it looks like on Xbox.
Oh, you'll see it on the video.
You basically, yeah, you got 3 Chinooks and become 1 Chinook.
Everybody's getting out of the way now. I'm just over you, Dan. Yep.
If you don't have the Chinook, it looks like the new interpretation of a tri-jet.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Coming back to the discussion concerning the 5090, I personally honestly don't see the benefit for me because the 4090 I'm currently running and the Quest 3 work okay, and I think the biggest bottleneck is more or less the CPU.
CPU, yeah. Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm rather waiting for the next Microsoft version to see if this will reduce the impact here. Before I invest anything else in hardware.
Yeah, sounds wise.
I 100% agree with that.
I think.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Chatting to a mate who's got they've just upgraded from the 3080 to a 4080, and they've got a Trimax Crystal. And on the 4080, they can in DLSS mode run it at about 40 frames a second at native resolution. DLSS quality mode, so that's not the highest, it's the second highest mode. But if they put it into TAA mode, then they're getting more like 13, 12 frames a second.
Well, that's frame gen, isn't it? Frame generation helps with that, apparently. I mean, you guys will know with the 4090.
Not in VR.
Oh, really?
In VR.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So whether the 4090, would be, I think that VR is about the only point where you're really mixing out the current sort of generation of cards or ultra high resolution sort of stuff. I don't think the, with a normal size desktop,
okay,
you're not getting anywhere close.
I've got a need to upgrade, people, because one of the big VR companies have reached out to me. and I'm not going to run it on my 1060 or 3060 laptop. So I need to get something like a 4070 Ti at the least, I think.
I think it's between the 4070 Ti and the 4080, really, isn't it?
It's about the same, isn't it? Yeah.
It's similar.
Yeah, I can tell you that the jump from the 3080 to the 4090 was significant.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Well, the jump for him from the 3080 to the 4080, he couldn't run native resolution before. He was, I think, he was running about 3/4 resolution, and he was still only getting about 30 to 40 frames a second, and now he's getting 40, 45 frames a second at native resolution with 48. So it's quite a step up.
I still have a 1080 Ti, so I'm thinking that when the 5090 comes out, maybe the prices drop on some of those 40 series. Like you pick one up really cheap.
Alternatively, they'll just set the price of 50 series significantly more expensive than the 40 series and keep the 40 series at the current price.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll just wait for a 40 series to drop real low and grab one of those.
I'm very jealous.
It has taken a while though after a new series before the prices really start to drop on the previous series. So.
Yeah, about half a year.
For a long...
very jealous about the.
I have some time.
You can pretty much guarantee with Nvidia that there'll be very, very limited production numbers when they initially come out, while they're kind of getting to the bottom of all the issues. So that's what happened with 40 series. You couldn't get hold of them for the money initially, at least not at an affordable price. So
I'm quite jealous over that 1080 Ti though. That's a fantastic card from yesteryear.
Oh, it still really looks great. I mean, I can't run it on, everything on Ultra or anything like that, but it still looks really good.
It's scary, isn't it? You pay a lot for graphics card, and within 5 years, you're looking at updating its 5 or 6 years.
Do you think that will slow down at all, or is slowing down at all?
What do you think, chaps? I mean, Nvidia, I was watching a video the other day and they're saying that Nvidia are starting to sell out. They're not interested in gamers anymore, really. And that's pretty evident with the 40 series. The 4060 Ti was a bit of a disaster. And the pricing. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think it's quite a decent sized market for gaming graphics cards, and there's not much competition. You would have thought they'd be fairly, be fairly sensible to, keep supplying that market.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. There's going to be new consoles, isn't it? So that's going to drive the market forward, as always. New games for consoles, and then PC needs to match up to them. So yeah, probably keep going, Dan.
There's also the automotive market for them. They're supplying quite a significant portion for the chips in the automotive market as well, and it comes down to margin. They will look in an area where they earn the most profit.
I think a lot of it is not down to the materials they've got to use for them now. It's sort of diminishing, isn't it?
Yeah. Who knows what's going to come in the future? Could just be one big supercomputer. Probably not, but there you go. Or chips in the back of the head. Isn't that meant to be coming soon? We're meant to be having implants and...
That's already here, isn't it?
Yeah.
My dead body.
This is probably quantum computing that's going to... for the next big step.
Nice.
Then it'll be... all bets off, really.
Imagine flying in flight sim in those days. That's going to be something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just a matter of when you know, Terminator happens, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
VR suits are coming.
Ooh, nice. Right, Dan, I think that's enough of a break, my friends. Shall we carry on?
Alright.
I was going to jump out and get something else on, but Dan, thanks for the flight. I'll catch up with you.
Take care then.
Later.
See you on the next one, mate.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Bye, Neil.
See you
soon.
Yeah.
See you later.
Ciao.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Tom's hardware comparison there, and the 47 Super, which is about £480 that I paid for it, is it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at HD, then differently, but the 180p and 1080, it's only just behind the 4080 and 4090 in performance, but it's a lot cheaper. It's a very good buy. You might that be worth you're looking at least, I think, James.
Maybe more than enough in the new Sun.
Yeah, I'm looking at pre-built, David, at the moment.
Right.
And I've got a few good deals in mind. That's why I'm thinking of the 4070 Ti, something like £1,200 with a good CPU and goodness knows what. Yeah.
What headset are you going to get, James? Are you allowed to say?
No, I best hold off on that for the moment. Just think of one of the big ones. Think of one of the big ones forthcoming. That should.
Yeah, the 4070 Ti Super, if it's slightly overclocked, just pips the 4070 Super. So it's basically an overclocked 4070 Super.
Oh, okay.
I've heard from a friend with a 4080 that they've had a lot of issues trying to overclock it with Flight Sim. You know, you can overclock it fine when you're running it in the sort of benchmarks, but as soon as you load Flight Sim up, it just goes.
No, single. I think it's the old single core, isn't it?
Yeah, so
defeats it.
To be honest, if I can fly in 1440p in high settings, I'm quite happy with that. That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, but for VR, that's not really an option, is it?
Oh yeah.
So just following up this valley towards the next lake. When we get to the next lake, then we fly up the lake. There's a little hillock at the top right-hand side of the lake. We fly round that, and then back down the road, and then up the mountain and land on the top of the mountain. At least that's the idea. So it's Helvellyn we'll be landing at. And this is full near this lake coming up here.
Quite exciting when you're flying down these valleys, and then you suddenly see a Royal Air Force chariot zoom underneath you. Brightens you up a bit.
If you weren't awake already, then.
Yeah, if you weren't awake, you were there. They're coming at you so quick.
Yeah, I actually had quite something similar in real life. I'm flying a paraglider in real life.
Right.
In a valley, and a chopper was flying below me through the valley.
Yeah, well,
was interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was on a gyroplane in these valleys in real life. When that happens, you have to keep a very, very good eye out.
Is it still? Do they still use these areas for flight training and for the?
They did. Well, that was about probably about 10 years ago now, something like that.
No.
But they may have stopped now, but they did then, yeah.
Yeah, they don't fly as low as they used to. You still see aircraft whipping north, having a quick buzz around Scotland and then coming back.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're nowhere as low as they used to be.
Well, I always think, just imagine you make one. I mean, they're pretty obviously professional, but make one mistake and all that money up in smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
And a life lost.
Usually 2, because they're 2-seater.
Yeah. But of course, if you don't practice, I mean, that's, as I say several times, the thing that makes the British Armed Forces fight above their weight is that they practice hard and they practice well, and often.
Yeah.
Beat the opposition to the draw.
A friend who used to fly tornadoes for the RAF, and they were based. Was it Lossiemouth? Was it?
Lossiemouth.
Yeah, and some of it. They said one of the most epic things I've seen. So, like, seeing the Northern Lights over sort of Norway, from altitude, and seeing rainbows as a full circle, as from high altitude over the north of Norway, off the coast of Norway, sort of up there. We do a lot of the training. Right, so round this hillock and then back down the road for anyone that's near me.
It's a Brocken Spectre, isn't it? A rainbow, full rainbow.
Of which?
I think it's called Brocken Spectre.
Well, I'll take your word
It's
for it.
behind you.
I'm sure you're right.
And it's casting a shadow onto a cloud or an object, and you get a full rainbow. You get them on mountain ridges if there's an inversion.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, that's right, Brocken Spectre, yeah. And you can see your actual shadow cast in the middle
That's
of it.
right, yeah, in the middle of it, yeah.
And if you wave your arms, you can see your arms waving back.
Correct, yeah.
That's a clever trick. Why aren't we landing on this dam then?
It's not a dam, it's a mountain.
Oh, that's why.
Helen.
That's why we're not landing on a dam then. There's something at the end here of the. What is it? At Thermia?
Yeah, we're just
At the waypoint.
round that waypoint. So there's a little hillock there. So you fly up the lake, hang a right, and then back down towards.
Yeah, I've just gone to the left of it, and there is a little sort of dam there at the right at the top of the lake.
No.
It's about 6 inches at the top though, so I don't think you'd be able to land in it very easily.
Maybe the Mini 500, but.
Tell me, there's actually a reservoir. That's what the wall is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite a nice drive from to Windermere from Keswick, where on a sunny evening when there's not too much traffic. The other side of that light.
I always enjoy the drive into the lakes from Scotch Corner on the 66.
Number 66, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great road.
You've
got to watch out for.
You all know that. Go on. You
Got to watch out for the traffic police. They quite like camping on there.
You all know, of course, that the Americans, when they sing about Route 66, that's the road they're talking about.
Is it?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Starts at Middlesbrough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Helvellyn used to be ocean.
Did it?
Yeah, there's you can still find fossils up on the top. And you've got Swirl Edge and Sharp Edge, which are the two two of the three most famous ridge walks in the Lake District.
So we're landing on here, Dan? Oh.
Right.
Oh, we're landing, are we? Wondered why everybody slowed down.
Yep. Well, there's some very interesting things going on.
Oh,
I don't know if it's just me being unable to fly or we.
You haven't been impaled by a Chinook, have you, Dan?
Might be wind. What's the wind doing? Oh, no, it's only about 4 knots.
That
Are you
queen
live?
just then. There's a cat jumping on my lap. It keeps nudging my throttle.
That's going to be interesting in VR, isn't it?
Trying to get in with the flying.
There's nothing worse than having your throttle nudge when you're not expecting it.
Wasn't that where Steve was saying his wife was nulling his flaps or something in VR when he was in VR? I can't remember what he said now. She was messing around with his controls.
So if you can see an X on the top of Helvellyn, it's not an X, it's actually a small windbreak wall.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep,
So try and land on it.
That's a challenge. Where's this X? I don't see it.
It's just below the summit.
Just sort of under where I am.
Okay.
I'm very much struggling in this wind at the moment.
What are you flying?
Does that mean you're bang on it, Dan?
I'm not bang on it.
Oh.
I'm slightly below it. I'm too close to see my name tags. There's 2 green bells bouncing around on it. You're pretty much on it. No, there's a chin up on it. There we go.
Yep, that'll be me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can see it, yeah.
Oh, somebody's going down. Who's that? Oh, big
Oh,
cloud.
that's me. Recovered. I don't know why I get that spin just when it hits. I just can't control it that fast.
Let go of all the controls. Throttle back. A lot of praying.
That's probably the most useful part.
I spent more time getting my controller configured this morning than I did really practicing, so.
Alright.
I just think the lighting in the sim and well, I think in real life as well, like it's sort of as you get into sort of later evening in the mountains with the light catching in the shadows, it just looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got the mesh on, Dan? I think I might have it uninstalled for some reason at the moment.
Yeah, I've got it on. It looks fantastic.
I might have it on, in fact. It looks a bit... Yeah, I'm not sure.
I was looking at getting that, but I read a few comments that it was interfering with some local airport.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It is possible that it might do just because of the nature of how local airports work and how that if the 3D terrain is altered where that airport is, can cause some interesting effects.
There's not actually that many landing strips in the lakes, is there? If any.
Well, no, I mean, not in the lakes itself. I mean, the airport that we took off from and landed from. Well, it's not really an airport, is it? It's a bit. Well, it's not really. I mean, it is sort of near Penrith, but Berrier Airstrip, I think it was called. But there's very little in the whole of the lakes. Where is it? Yeah, which is not in the Lake District.
Yeah, just outside.
Yeah. Was Walney Island is actually the biggest. Walney Aerodrome is actually the biggest airstrip sort of in the lakes, which is sort of pretty much Barrow in Furness, just up the road from Barrow in Furness. There's Kirkbride on the north side, which is technically outside of the Lake District itself. And then you've got Carlisle, which is further east, the other side of the M6. So that's really. Oh no, you've got Clark Airfield as well on the south. So yeah, you've got two on the south.
Dan, if I can interject, is this the end of the flight? Was that the last landing there?
No, there's one more landing, but it's back basically to where we took off from.
Okay, let's go and do it, chaps. I've got a nice bottle of wine brewing.
No, you don't drink and fly. Do you?
Well, I don't drink and record, just in case I say something I shouldn't.
Are you on pause?
Never fly without beer.
James, are you on pause because you're hovering like a pro?
No, I'm hovering. I've got it all nicely settled. I know, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? I rarely fly these things, but when I do, what can I say? It's my setup. I'm going to give it to Verpal this time.
So yeah, just pick a valley. There's like a couple of it going down in the right direction. Just fly down the valley into the lake to the east, which is the final lake.
Has anybody got that cloud to the west there? Can you see that cloud? It looks beautiful on the screen. It's like a low cloud over the valleys there. Maybe it's just my water.
I'm trying to see where.
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
With just a peak just poking over the top.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we head down towards Ullswater to the sort of northeast, and then just fly up that, and then to the back to where we started.
Very nice. Very scenic.
Also, the bridges here are just beautifully modeled.
Where's that, sir?
The ridges here are really beautifully modeled.
The ridges, yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
It's fantastic.
So the big one is Sharp Edge. No, sorry, Striding Edge. And the smaller one is Swirl Edge.
Right.
Okay.
And they're a grade 1 scramble. So somebody usually falls off to their death every year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they do look quite sharp, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, there is a Sharp Edge in the Lake District as well, but that's up near Keswick.
Yeah.
It's on Blencathra near where we took off from Sharp Edge. I think it's a grade 3S scramble, I think.
Yeah.
So how a scramble is graded is a 1 harder than a 3?
Yes.
Right.
1's the easiest, 3S is the hardest, and then above that, then you get into easy rock climbing grades.
Oh, is it? I'm back to front then. They're both graded. They're all graded harder.
I've got the Chinook on the Xbox. I wasn't seeing them earlier. I was just seeing the 320s, but I'm seeing the Chinooks now.
Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, I see Chinooks all around.
So we got Big Cloud Danny there, Blue Boy, Dan and Bill all together. It looks great. It's like you're all flying in formation there. Almost. Oh, this has been great, Dan. Very scenic. Really enjoyed this, and yeah, I've got back used to helicopters again. All good. I've not practiced, you see, so this is great.
But having a decent setup always helps, doesn't it? So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's.
I was getting quite frustrated with the helicopters when I was just trying to do it with the flight stick on its own, but yeah, I've got a workable solution, even if it's not particularly authentic, shall we say.
Yeah, but the Huddison one works well.
It works.
The Huddison one works better. The problem with the Huddison one is that it's got a notch in the middle of the throttle control, and that's just about where you're wanting to, moving it around for landing. It's generally somewhere around that range.
Yeah.
So it snaps into that and it snaps out, and it's got a slight dead zone around there. In the software rather. So even if you get rid of the hardware notch, you still get a chunk in the middle where you've got no movement, so to speak. So it's better than in that respect, it's better than the throttle controls on the Velocity One flight stick, but it's not as good as something like the. Well, I think the best thing you can get for the Xbox is the Airbus Captain's Pack, which is
absolutely
really
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask David how you're finding it.
I went from the V1 flight stick, and I tried the Airbus one, and I was just converted completely. I mean, it's much more precise.
Yeah, well, as far as helis are concerned, when I bought this second-hand off a friend who bought, because I just wanted to get just for helicopters. I didn't want to invest too much.
Yeah.
And he was replacing his flight stick with the Airbus Captain's Pack.
Yeah.
And it went from him struggling to do more than about he was typically getting a 400. Sometimes he'd look out and get about a 150, 200. To constantly now, with the Captain's Pack, getting 20, 30 foot a minute. It's just like, and I went from, generally getting somewhere in the 200 range to, not being able to get consistently anything better than about 300-400. It was like, it's so frustrating. And because, of course, I bought it off a friend, I couldn't just send it back and get my money back, so which I would have done if I bought it from the shop. So.
Well, he's not a good friend then.
Oh, he's a very good friend, but I wouldn't do that to him. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah. Pulling your leg.
So the large ridge on your right as you're flying down Ullswater is there's a Roman road at the top of that.
All right, yeah. I can see the road.
Yeah, well, didn't know that.
It's squiggly, but nearly straightish.
It goes all the way to, I've walked it down to Poole Bridge.
Is the mountain called Highfield with the Roman road on?
Highfield's the other side, isn't it?
That's what area.
I'm thinking Fairfield. Fairfield's the other side. I'm not sure where Highfield is.
I'm just guessing. Yeah, I know what you mean with Fairfield. If we carried on the ridge from Elvelin, you come to Fairfield.
Lovely scenery.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, brilliant.
Beautiful.
And just fantastic sort of time of day, and weather really. For me, certainly, it's just couldn't ask for better.
I was just thinking then, it's real weather that we're in now, actually. So it's fantastic weather for the lakes.
We should really have all, got a driven there ourselves as in the north of England, because this is obviously today's the one day this year where it's not going to rain. So.
Also, really, really good call to make this a helicopter flight, because otherwise, you see a lot, but you can just repeat it, looking at things. It's really nice.
Well, that's it. You can slow down. You can just change your perspective quite easily. You just can't in an aircraft over here. You just struggle to really take it in, even in a fairly slow aircraft. Because
unless it's a micro light, you know, if you buy a very, you know, a sort of hang glider almost.
Yeah, I suppose if in a proper microlight, it probably...
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what old Sean used to fly around in quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And David, you're using Sean's old Airbus kit, aren't you?
No, I passed that on. When I got it, I found that it was so good, I bought one myself. So I bought a new one.
Wow.
But someone had already bid for it, you see, so.
Yeah.
And it was a young chap, so I couldn't resist him. And he was twisting his mum and dad's arm.
Where's the day gone?
Are you all going in the right direction?
I'm following Dan.
I'm going back towards the airfield.
Just following Dan.
I'm following Dan.
Yeah, I'm looking on the screen and I'm looking at the wrong aircraft on the map. Yeah, so...
Here and I got my
Okay, turn around.
It's so that we can have an into the wing.
Well, there's nothing I can do. Just put the net down where you got it, and I'll clean it all up in a minute.
Got an open mic, someone.
That's quite interesting, no? That's, always fascinated listening to conversations I shouldn't be party to.
Yes, when it comes to blows, it's a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can speak from experience there, mate, and it's not nice.
I didn't put you down as a wife beater, actually, Dan.
No, I was the listener, not the beater, so...
The one.
Let me try and great
She
flight.
beats him.
Yeah, that's probably more likely, to be honest.
Wombo.
Yeah, I think it's a very nice scenery. I have tried the south area of Germany after the last scenery update, and it was quite underwhelming, I have to say. I have lived close to Stuttgart. I've flown now over Stuttgart, and well, it was no good from my point of view.
Oh dear.
I suppose somewhere near the Schwarzwald might be quite good, that sort of thing.
Yeah, even there, I thought I'd prepare a flight that I would also like to share it with anybody, but after having tried it myself, as I said, I've lived in that area, I can't really recommend that.
Yeah.
It'd be good to have a flight over Germany if you can come up with something. Is that Alex?
Yeah.
No, it's Martin.
Oh, Martin. Well, if you come up with a flight, that'll be fantastic.
Two Germans.
Yeah, it depends what you want to fly. If you want to fly through valleys, then I would rather go in the border area between Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And if you fly a longer distance, then yeah, it's more or less. Yeah, I wouldn't say flat, but
Yeah, it's just something scenic and exciting. That's all we need. Or just scenic. we provide the excitement.
Okay. Well, we can do something scenic and exciting at the same time. I think I might find some bridges.
Ah, there we are, Tango.
True.
Tango will love that.
Yep.
Tango will be in his element, yeah.
Heaven.
Yeah, if you liaise with Susie on that, Martin, Susie's the flight coordinator, and get something going. Sounds great.
Yeah, first of all, I have to find something exciting. Then I will contact her. Yes.
So we're landing here, Dan?
We're landing when we find the airstrip, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on it.
People are going down,
Yeah,
so...
I see. Just at it. Coming in from this angle, I'd similar. So yeah,
I'm sitting on it now.
I can see a few flashing lights there.
There's even an H in the grass, actually.
Oh, how's that? They knew we were coming, hey?
Directly next to Tango.
Oh, it's H for helicopter, isn't it? Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know what this is used for, this airstrip. I mean, I don't know where the sort of mounted rescue is based, because I'm sure we do have a chopper up here for...
I think they come from Wales, don't they?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's only, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
It's only spitting distance, isn't it, if you fly?
Yeah.
Fly as the crow.
Yeah.
Tony, what part are you from again, my friend? You've told me. Is it Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Yorkshire, yeah.
East Yorkshire.
I can't tell with accents now.
Yeah, lad, can't you tell?
No, I've lost an ear for accents. I'm afraid I've moved around so much. It's become difficult to know. I don't sound typically Mancunian, do I, at the moment? Maybe to a Mancunian they can get the accent, but I've lost a lot of that accent.
It seems on the, well, from the map anyway, that the runway is the rough grass.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm sitting right in the middle of the runway now, according to a little nav map.
Well, the runway, as the sim has located it, doesn't necessarily mean where the runway actually is. Yeah.
That's handy.
Are there any freeware Chinooks on FlightSim.to? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
No. There was a cheap one on the marketplace before, but that's really no good at all.
Is that MS?
Scenery, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Oh.
This one's great.
I'll tell you what, chaps, we've got Susie coming in just... Are you still there, Susie? We've not heard from you for a while. She's coming in... I don't know how far she is. It looks quite close. We'll wait for her to land and... we'll close the flight.
Oh, she's in a Mini 500, mate.
Oh, she's coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, there is... actually, if you go up in altitude, there is a grass strip which is mowed through there. I'm just sitting at the edge of it. Sitting at the edge of it.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, sort of in front of where I've landed.
Where are you?
I'm just by the buildings.
Yeah, you're on the end of it.
Yeah.
Right on the smack on the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was aiming for that sort of egg. I think that's a turning area. So
it's just about where that building is, basically.
Yeah.
The building's just off the end of it.
That could be interesting coming in if you know, break fairly.
Yeah, quite. Especially if somebody's got their head.
Descend there, Susie.
If somebody's got their head out the window.
Yeah.
Looks like there's another group flying in the background there.
Oh yeah, I can see them. Yeah, in the distance, yeah.
Yeah.
Just south-ish, isn't it? It's roughly south. Yeah, 21 degrees or something.
Yeah. It's the EM team.
Your father looks up.
Comanches.
Oh.
Yeah, the EA team are flying over there.
Oh, okay.
He's doing a 12-hour flight, 1 o'clock till 1 o'clock.
Oh, is it? Oh, are you serious? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. So there you go. If anybody wants to join in, just go and catch them up.
No, thank you.
Right, chaps, Dan, thank you very much. That was very scenic, very enjoyable. It's lovely.
Very nice indeed.
And always
Thank
great
you,
to
Dan.
catch up.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. That was very good.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Susie.
Great flight, thanks, Dan.
Thanks, everyone. I enjoyed that as well. So it's always good to fly with friends. So.
Bravo, Zulu.
Yeah, man.
Catch you soon, guys.
Laters.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
very much.
Bye all.
Yeah, bye-bye.
It was a wonderful flight.
There you go, people. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for not streaming it, but my internet, I'm surprised it held up. Wasn't that great, though? Scenic. Looking forward to uploading that one. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you soon.